My name is Stewart and this is my video essay. My story consists of how a man has an intimate relationship with his video game console that ends up drifting into an affair with another one. I wanted to challenge myself by using comedy to display a relationship with inanimate objects rather than flesh and blood. I wanted this piece to be a reflection on society and how relationships are almost robotic in nature. Most people have more of an attachment to their phones than real people, so by displaying a somewhat perverted relationship with technology, it's almost a social commentary of modern society. Whitley Kaufman, in Comedy as the Odyssey, expresses how comedy, at its best, has genuine philosophical importance. In particular, I argue comedy functions as a form of the Odyssey. I knew that choosing comedy was a risk, as Lauren Berlant states that comedy's pleasure comes in part from its ability to dispel anxiety, as so many of its theoreticians have noted, but it doesn't simply do that. It's both an aesthetic mode and a form of life. Its action just as likely produces anxiety, risking transgression, flirting with displeasure, or just confusing things in a way that both intensifies and impedes the pleasure. My chosen theme was relationships. However, I wanted to incorporate the sub-theme of health throughout the short. I wanted to go with a video game aesthetic, so I downloaded the Super Mario World font into Premiere Pro and used an auto-generator to create my film's logo in a Nintendo style. For the cinematography, I wanted to experiment with lighting. I used an LED tube which I set to the colour red and pink to visually demonstrate romance, whilst contrasting this with blue light placed upon my character's face later in the film in order to reflect loneliness and isolation. Blue light is also the term for digital light created by technological devices that disturb sleep and causes restlessness. Taking inspiration from Roger Deakins, my choice of lenses were the 85 and 50mm prime lenses. As he states, I've always liked primes because I like the fact that it forces you to make a decision on where you're going to put the camera. I decided that I needed to present the idea of my character having an affair with the Switch. I took Snapchat pictures of the consoles in which could be considered erotic ways. By using low camera angles and shots that hide my protagonist, I also gave the impression he is pleasuring himself. For the sound design, I used both diegetic and non-diegetic sound effects to help evolve the humour within the narrative. For the intro, I timed the sound of the phone notification with the final note on the Super Mario theme song. I decided I wanted specific music choices such as erotic techno to enhance the scenes with the belt, but also music that is stereotypically played in love sequences in popular film culture, such as Must Be Love and Let's Get It On. I also recorded the leather glove sliding along the console as well as the slaps from the belt and brought up the audio levels to give them more of a thud effect. Towards the end of the film, I knew I wanted a dream sequence, so I clustered together phone notifications and overlaid my music choice to create the distorted, uncomfortable effect. Things I would definitely consider changing for next time is incorporating more of a human element for my main protagonist to be connected with, a friend or family member to be the main focus in his life, but then slowly drifts away due to the technology taking over. Other aspects I would change would be using After Effects to turn my character into an 8-bit figure and have him be part of a game during one of his dream sequences.